Welcome to Learning Spanish with Mr. A. Now listen to me carefully now. Let's get serious. My previous video was about explaining the simple present tense and the progressive present tense in English. That being said, let's move on to the Spanish explanation. Alright, so the simple present tense. How do you form the simple present tense? It's very simple. Oh yeah, Alright, so what you do is this. First, you question yourself. What kind of action are we talking about? The action is a habit. Okay? Golden rule. Golden rule. You understand me? Key rule. You must go by that. That's what you need to understand. So that you can actually take the verb and conjugate the verb in the present. Here's what you do. Are you ready? You know that in Spanish you have 3 different verb groups, or I should say perhaps infinitives, okay? You know, in English when you say to speak, right, you just have the TO in the front of speak, right? Well, in Spanish you're going to have a collection of verbs that do end with an AR, right? And that within itself is an infinitive, the basic form of the verb, right? Well, that's not enough. See, what happens in Spanish is that you also have verbs that end with an ER, okay? That's going to be another infinitive. And then also, you have a third infinitive, which is going to relate to the verbs that end with an IR. So, that's a third infinitive. So now, what does that tell you? For every respected, I should say, verb that you're dealing with here, okay, whether it's an AR verb, ER verb, or IR verb, you're going to have a set of endings that is going to match that particular infinitive. That being said, if you take hablar, okay, which means to speak, hablar, okay, so let's try it, come on, hablar. If you take comer, come on, comer. One more time, comer. Very good. If you take vivir. You see what's happening here? You're dealing with the basic form of the verb. One ends with the AR, hablar. One ends with the ER, comer. And the other one ends with the IR, vivir. Okay? So, what you must understand now is what's going to happen to those infinitives. It's very simple. The golden rule tells you take off the last 2 letters of the infinitive and replace them by the endings that match the subject. Okay? Like let's say, when you conjugate a verb in English, in Spanish, in French, in Italian, okay, what you're going to have to understand is that you have a different set of subjects, okay? You're going to have a first set that is going to be singular, right? Singular. Just like that. I'm going to write it down here so that you can understand. Singular, okay? That being said, you're going to have 3, you understand me? You're going to have 3 subjects within the singular, right? The first one is going to be the first singular, which is going to be I. The second one is going to be the second singular, which is going to be you. The third one is going to be the third singular, which is going to be he or she. Do you understand me? Okay, so now you're going to ask me, how do you, deal with that in Spanish? It's wonderful. You have a singular, you have a first, second, third. So what happens to the verb hablar? Let's take hablar as an example. Well, you take off the AR, and for the first singular, which is I, you're going to say I speak in Spanish, right? You want to say I speak. So you go from to speak, which is hablar, you drop the AR, and you replace it with a O. O ending is the one you go by for the first singular of the AR verbs in the simple present tense. First singular, I speak, hablo. Okay? Yo hablo. You understand me? Good. Second singular is going to be you speak. Tu hablas. Okay? So you're going to ask me, how did you get from O to AS? Well, because AR verbs in the simple present tense in the second singular, they're going to take a AS. That's the way it goes. All right, that's something you must remember. Okay. Third singular, when you say he or she speaks, well, that's going to be habla. Once again, you took off the last two letters from the infinitive and you have replaced them with the ending that matches the subject. So, rewind. What if you want to say I speak and you want to use the subject pronoun? Then simply say yo hablo. What if you want to say you speak? Tú hablas. Tú hablas. Okay? Tú hablas. One more time. Tú hablas. Right. The third singular, you want to say he or she speaks. Él, ella. Él for he. Ella for she. Habla. Okay? So, that being said, you don't have to use the subject pronoun. Why? Because every spelling is different and is in relation to the subject itself. Alright? Hablo is the O ending. And you will find the O ending only once. That is with the first singular. Okay? Hablas is going to be AS ending only with the to form. So you don't have to write to in the front of the verb because you know that it is what it is. It's a second singular, right? Because of the AS. Now, third singular. Here it's a different story because you have a gender that you want to come up with. So if you want to say he speaks, come up with a subject pronoun and do say él habla. L with the accent on the E. You want to say she speaks? Ella habla. Okay? Now, you want to go to the plural. Same thing. You're going to have three, okay? Alright, you're going to have three different subjects here, okay? You're going to have the first plural. That is going to be we speak. That is nosotros. Nosotros, okay? Nosotros. Nosotros. You can also say nosotras, okay? So, that being said, in Spanish, it's going to translate as amos. That's the ending you're looking for. Why? Because it's we speak, all right? Hablamos. Nosotros hablamos. Now, the second plural is going to be you all. You remember in the singular you have you, but that was singular if I talk to you, right? Now, you have you if you talk to a group of people. And that is going to translate as you all, right? That's going to be vosotros habláis. Vosotros habláis. A-I-S with an accent on the I. I'm sorry, with an accent on the A. All right? I know it's been a long day, but come on, Mr. A. All right, so anyway, are you understanding so far? Okay, watch. Be patient. All right, and the third singular is going to be first singular. The third plural is going to be they. All right? Remember, we're in the plural here. So you have the first, which is we, the second, which is you all, and the third, which is they. All right? Remember, singular. First singular, I. Second singular, you. Third singular, he or she, which will translate in Spanish as yo for I, tú with the accent on the U for you, él with the accent on the E for he, ella for she. Okay? And then you get the plural, first plural, which is going to be we, nosotros. Okay? And the second plural is going to be you all, vosotros. And the third, ellos, ellas. Okay? And of course it translates in Spanish within the spelling of the verb, where at the end of the verb you're going to change the ending, take out the AR and replace it by the ending that matches the subject. For instance, if I say, they speak, they is the third plural. So I know, here we go. Now I go for my third plural. So this is it right here. 1, 2, 3. Drop the AR and replace it with the AN. And end up with hablan. You see what I'm saying? Hablan. You follow me on this? You take up the AR and it's a done deal. Hablan. Very nice. So, you know, I'm gonna come back in a little bit and I'm gonna keep up with the simple present tense, Sam, and I'm gonna show you what happens with the ER verbs. And you're gonna see that the concept remains the same, but you're gonna have a different set of endings. Well, it's understanding. Well, yeah, I mean, it does make sense actually. It's understood, it's understandable, all right? You know, cook it any way you want, you know, this is up to you. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that what applies to the AL verb is going to apply as well to the ER and IL verbs. Right? From that standpoint, you can understand very easily what's going to happen. You can guess it. You will take off the last two letters from the infinitive and you will replace them with the endings that match that infinitive. ER verbs, ER endings. IL verbs, IR endings. AR verbs, AR endings. Okay? So, think about what I just told you about the AR verbs. And you know what? I want to thank you for watching this little section of the video here. We're going to have another video coming soon. I'm going to come up with the, well, ER verbs, of simple present tense. And you'll see by the end, by the time we get to the end of the IR verbs, I think you will have the big picture as far as the simple present tense goes. Okay? So thank you so much for watching this video with Mr. A. And that's me. And just remember, you must be patient. And if you didn't get what I just said, rewind, replay. Okay? Understood? Well, thank you very much for watching this video and see you very, very soon. Hasta luego.